What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, there was news that broke the other day out there in Detroit, Michigan. Shout out Detroit. And you know I ain't forget about y'all. And it's about a hospital shooting, Henry Ford Hospital to be exact, in which this woman here, God rest her soul, may she rest in peace, Latricia Green, was gunned down at her place of employment in the hospital by this man right here. This dude right here that you see is her ex-husband. They've been divorced since 2018, and this guy's been stalking her. So much so, she had to go get protective orders against him. 53-year-old Mario Green, who's now on the run after causing all kind of chaos and confusion in a hospital and upsetting a lot of people and causing carnage in a place that is supposed to heal trauma, acts of trauma. Ladies and gentlemen, they're looking for this man right now. They're considering him armed and extremely dangerous. Take a look at the story to get you all caught up. I'll have a video of family and friends talking about how good Latricia was, and the media tell you how dangerous this guy is. You see a lot of people out here that claim to be grown-ass men, but committing some of the most violent, vile things when it comes to domestic issues. I want you to take a look at this story, man. This is obviously, besides being obvious, it's just a damn shame that people can't go on about their business. When things are over, they're over. You still have life left. Your heart beats for something, not beating to take somebody else out and stop theirs. Take a look at this and we'll come back with commentary.
Well, we begin tonight with a massive manhunt underway for the man accused in a deadly shooting at a Detroit hospital. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
I'm Simon Shaquette. Thank you so much for joining us. Police say 53-year-old Mario Green walked into Henry Ford on West Grand Boulevard around 10 a.m. and fatally shot his ex-wife.
Green drove away from the scene, but this afternoon, investigators tracked down his 2011 white Dodge Charger, abandoned on the northwest side of Detroit.
More than 12 hours later, police still searching for Green, who is believed to be armed and dangerous.
7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast has been staying on top of this developing story all day for us. He joins us now from outside Henry Ford Hospital with the very latest.
Well, outside Henry Ford Hospital's main campus in Detroit this evening, it is pretty calm after that lockdown was lifted this morning. But throughout the city, it is all hands on deck for a massive manhunt.
We just hoping, you do the right thing. Turn yourself in, man. Turn yourself in.
That plea from the family of 40-year-old Latricia Green echoed by Detroit police and multiple other agencies, all desperately searching for her ex-husband and alleged killer, 53-year-old Mario Green.
All units at Henry Ford, we're looking for a bald, dark black male, have a pink backpack, black shirt, black pants.
Friday morning, just before 10 a.m., police say Mario entered the main Detroit campus of Henry Ford Hospital, proceeded to the basement where Latricia worked, and shot her multiple times.
It just kind of clicked a little bit. You didn't have to say who it was, you just knew.
Latricia's cousins say she was a kind, unconfrontational person who, as recently as last month, had been harassed and stalked by her ex-husband. Court records show they divorced in 2018.
She was such a sweet person. She didn't deserve what happened to her at all.
On June 13th of this year, Latricia filed for a personal protection order against Mario, saying he was stalking her and that he, quote, continued to call my job and threatened to meet employees outside and showed up to my job and tried to enter my office without my approval to get to me.
When they posted the picture of him on Facebook, we all were saying we seen him before.
That PPO was denied, but Latricia and her family say the threats continued.
As early as last week, a friend of mine had told me that he followed her home from work and ran her off the road. So she went and made another police report.
Latricia recounted that incident and others in another PPO request in July, saying, quote, "I have tried being cordial because I feel that the system has now let me down each time that I have tried to make reports on this man. My father was murdered, and now with this situation, I am now in mental distress and scared, not knowing what to do. I have to constantly look over my shoulder to make sure this man is not following me to hurt me like he has done in the past with physical abuse. I am asking for help before this goes too far and things are too late." That request was approved, but police say the order was never served to Mario.
You know, she was the woman crying out for help.
Just a few hours after the shooting, police found Mario's car abandoned in a neighborhood off Losser just south of 8 Mile, but Mario was nowhere to be found. Still at large, still on the run, and Latricia's family still pleading for help.
He needs to be
That's
caught.
the killer.
He needs to be caught, like, right away.
And police say the suspect is considered armed and dangerous, so if you spot him, do not approach him and instead call 911. In Detroit's News Center, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.
As the urgent manhunt continues for Mario Green, we do want to tell you a little bit more about his criminal history. Green has prior convictions of aggravated stalking back in 2001. He spent 6 years in prison for arson before being released in 2012. That's all according to the Michigan Department of Corrections. Again, Green is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call police.
Turn our focus to the victim. As you can imagine, Latricia Green's family, friends, and coworkers are simply devastated. Her family sharing photos with us tonight.
Our team coverage continues now with 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Alcenaida live with more from employees who hid in fear and coworkers who say they'll never forget their friend. Ruta.
Yeah, you guys, clearly just an emotional day for those that knew and loved Latricia Green, but also for the employees that were inside the hospital when those shots rang out, who had to run, hide, and pray that they weren't next.
It was horrible. It was the most horrible feeling, because when you're in a room and they tell you can't leave and it's somebody shooting, you just don't know. And your life just started flashing, in front of your eyes.
To say Tashina Stevens was shaken up after the deadly shooting inside her workplace Friday morning would be an understatement. Was your shift already over, or are you leaving early?
I'm leaving early. I need to get out of here. No, this scared me too bad. It just traumatized me too much. No.
53-year-old Mario Green allegedly shot and killed his ex-wife in the basement of Henry Ford Hospital just off West Grand Boulevard before taking off. Latricia worked at the hospital and was on shift that day. Those that knew and worked side by side with her are absolutely devastated by the news.
She loved God. She focused on getting money and taking care of her family. Lord Jesus Christ, she was an amazing person.
Henry Ford Hospital was on lockdown for about an hour after the shots rang out before opening back up to patients and visitors. Streets were closed as the manhunt continued for the suspect throughout the afternoon, but staff inside the building say there was a lot of fear and confusion.
They were walking with their guns, like with their hands on it, looking for this person. And we didn't know if he was still hiding, so we didn't know anything.
The disbelief still there too, knowing a life was taken far too soon in such a violent way.
She never did nothing to nobody. She was a nice, generous person.
She was magnificent. She was more than a friend. She was a mother. She was a wife. She did her job.
These employees now just hoping to heal and recover from such a terrifying day at work.
I cannot believe this. Okay, I cannot believe this.
Yeah, clearly it's emotions still running high, and the employees that are still trickling out of the hospital say they plan on hugging their loved ones just a bit tighter tonight. On the city's west side, I'm Ruta Alcenaida, 7 News Detroit.
Hey guys, you've seen that act of savagery. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a saying that say you never know how good you got it. A good thing until it's gone. Or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. Here they are, 7 years removed from a divorce, and he's still obsessed with her and trying to make her life a living hell because he can't tell up from down without her. I want you to think about that. This guy went to prison, right? Got out in 2012 for arson. Still had wound up getting married. Or I don't know how long they was married, but I don't know if she was with him when he was locked up or not, but still, he got out. And like a lot of us that went to prison and seen what's on the other side of the fence when you do the wrong thing in life, getting a second chance to make the best of your opportunity to where that dark place that you was in before that got you somewhere, you put a cap on that and you try to make yourself a better person in life and make yourself better for those around you. He didn't do that. 53 fucking years old. He's a year older than me. And you find it feasible to go into a hospital and cause all kind of hell and kill somebody that ain't with you no more. And you won't leave alone. Tell you something, man. It's people out here, man, that will throw a man tantrum at the drop of a hat. I don't know what their relationship was, but I know she tried to file protective orders. The first time they didn't give it to her, which I don't understand why. Second time they do, but they don't carry it out. I told you, man, motherfuckers ain't doing their job in the justice system. It's a 9 to 5 to these people. And the thing is, you know, they didn't even go to execute. But then again, I don't know the backstory of these situations where they might have so many damn orders of protection. They can't even get enough people to go out and deliver them all day. That's how bad the world is right now. For some odd reason, he wanted her dead if he couldn't have her. That's the most weakest thing a man could do. You don't want me, I'll make sure nobody else wants you. Or you won't want me, you won't get nobody else. Listen, it always is the after effect of a man seeing the value in a woman, and then all of a sudden he fly off the handle and do everything that he's not supposed to try to get the girl back. Motherfuckers hustle backwards in life, and you see it in their ways and actions. And there are women out here that do this type of stuff too. But a lot of times in these domestic violence cases we see, a lot of times it's men, you know what I'm saying? And it's always something that leads up to that. She was gone from you, bro. 7 years. And you still, for some odd reason, gotta implement yourself like a crowbar through a door and wedge yourself into her life. So let me tell you something, man. Like, this is something a lot of people don't understand. I was watching a television show, right? Tulsa King. I don't know if y'all know about Tulsa King. And one of the guys is getting a divorce in there. And when he first showed him with his wife, they was happy. And then all of a sudden things turned bad. She said she wanted a divorce. The guy was devastated. They go to the lawyer's office, and then all of a sudden it's just vicious. You know, I don't know how their divorce was. And divorce is never pretty. I've been through it multiple times. But you can always rebuild yourself, regardless of what goes through your mind. This guy was away from this woman for 7 years. So for 7 years of not getting her back, it became a way of life for you to go and harass this woman. Said he ran her off the fucking road with his car. What? Chasing her, going to her job, trying to see her, and they're like, no, you can't see her. Not giving him authorization. So what does he do this time? Because he already knows if he goes in there, the answer's going to be no. He comes in there with a firearm. I'm going to make them see me. It's funny how they can will themselves to do dumb shit, but they can't will themselves to be better people and learn from mistakes they made in the past and make them stronger. Told you, it's a lot of people out here that are stuck within themselves, meaning their mind goes in a circle. Good, bad, they never learn from it. It's like walking through a maze, the door right there, but you never see it when you walk through because you're so tunnel vision on doing whatever it is you want to do. None of this shit should have happened. Said she had children. I don't know if the children was his or not, but I'm more than sure over time he used them kids for an excuse to come around her. How many times we seen that? A lot of you ladies got kids by dudes and they use the child as a wedge to implement themselves in your life, whether you're not in a personal life or no more. They just use, I'm gonna come and see my kid, but it's really to come see you. It's stupid out here how we relate to each other as man and woman nowadays. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man, you be the moth. You don't be the flame. You be the flame, you don't be the moth. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody for everybody. And whether that somebody's for you, you think it's for you, and it turns out they're not, you don't keep banging your fist against a stone wall expecting to make an impression. You got to remember, That's also a person with their own mindset and their own way of looking at things and their own experience with dealing with you and their own feelings with that experience of dealing with you. So if they don't want to be with you no more, that's their right. A relationship shouldn't be like, it should be almost like a job. If motherfucker quit a job, it's their right to quit a job because there are other jobs out there. And if a woman want to leave you alone or a man want to leave you alone, there are other men out there or women. That ain't the end of your existence. So why act like that? That's the part that's sad. These guys act out like children. Girls too. And they look really bad in the end. It's a sad, a whole bunch of people crying, pouring their heart out. This woman died. Fragmented the lives of her children, whether they're his or not. They're without a mother. This guy's on the run like a bitch that he is. Let's keep it real. That's some bitch shit, but he did. And a whole bunch of people left picking up the pieces and just with broken hearts. All because of the selfishness of this guy, immaturity, and not wanting to leave well enough alone. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't know why people do this type of stuff, but they do. And it's just sad. I will see you in the next video. Take care.